Josh here with Health and Body Fitness, another BEfit4U series. Let's bring this guy up a little closer, I guess. So I wanted most of you guys know that I'm very avid science-based nutrition, science-based really everything from lifting to basically my entire life. I try to incorporate with science and just research-based information that allows you to assess things properly and prove whether things are wrong. Science doesn't necessarily prove things are right. What we do is try to find whether or not they're wrong. And we can never find out if something is right for you, but we can find out whether it's wrong for you. And so that's really the basis of science. It can't prove someone's opinion, but it can disprove something that is wrong. So let's look at some of these things like the bro science or the bro foods or the bro meals. Have chicken and broccoli and rice 6 meals a day, or a version of that, eggs and whole wheat toast in the morning, chicken and broccoli another meal, chicken and rice for another meal, rice and beans the next meal, and there's not to say anything's wrong with that. That is and will be good for you. However, for most people, it's not a reasonable explanation or reasonable guide for people to become healthy. And having 6 meals a day is good and bad. What I will tell you from my experience of eating more often is I'm less hungry for a big meal. When I skip out on breakfast, my lunch is huge. That's just my nature. After so long, yes, you get used to it. But I like having a few meals a day. I like having something in my stomach. That's just kind of the way it is. Now, if you say, the thing I would tell you about the bro 6 meals a day, if you're trying to gain muscle, it is much easier to eat a lot more times a day than try to fit larger meals into shorter times a day or less times a day, because it gets a lot of food and it really fills you up. When I was eating 2,600 calories, I could barely eat more than 500 to 700 calories at a time. Obviously if it's not pizza or something. But eating like a pound of chicken and 2 cups of rice is very hard to do. Trust me, I tried it. So there are benefits to eating twice as many times a day when you're trying to truly put on more calories, put on more mass. So that's one good side, I would say, of the other of the bro meals. The other good thing about it is that it really does, if you're losing weight, it does keep you full, and this is why. Because you were eating nutrients that is and are more dense. So let's say rice is fairly dense, chicken is fairly dense, broccoli is fairly dense. Those type of foods are just going to leave you fuller longer. Anything that has high amounts of protein is going to keep you fuller longer. Now, like I said, I am a firm believer in if it fits your macros or flexible dieting. And what that is for the average individual, we don't need to have a set rules of these 6 meals to eat a day. We can eat whatever we want and just try to fit them within our 3 macronutrients, and then make sure we have enough fiber throughout the day. But if you come to the end of the day and you're starving and you have 200 calories, to say you can eat a candy bar, you can if it fits into your macros. Now, is that candy bar going to keep you fuller than, say, 8 ounces of chicken, which is close to 200 calories? I don't think so. So really, it's it's managing. It's more managing yourself. If it fits your macros or flexible dieting, it's more about managing your moods, managing your feelings, how you feel that day. If you feel like you need more carbs, add more carbs. Lower some of the fats, and so you're able to monitor yourself on an individual basis, and you don't have. But if you have 100 calories and you have a sweet tooth, then fulfill that sweet tooth and have a Snickers or something. That's what flexible dieting is, and that's why it works so well. It allows you to regulate your emotions and feelings for the day. If you're super hungry that day, you're going to eat more protein-based things because those are going to keep you fuller longer. That is the feeling of satiety, and that's what it's based on. So now, if you have a huge sweet tooth, satisfy that sweet tooth with some sugars. I mean, these things are not bad for you. Now, the bro science stuff would tell you that those are not what you should be eating. You should not be having this. For the average individual, you obviously don't need the bro lifting nutrition guide, although it would still work. I just want to kind of show you guys the difference between the two. Obviously, most people who are trying to get in awesome shape want something a little more strict. But you can still have, if you're going to have something so strict, the better you like the program, the better the chance you're going to have to stick with it. And so really, it's your choice on what you like the best. If it fits your macros or flexible dieting, for me, I still eat almost 90% bro foods and just nutrient dense foods because if I'm losing, I'm hungry as crap, and I need those foods to fuel my body. And I hate feeling starving, so I try to eat almost everything clean, no condiments or anything. But when I'm trying to gain weight or gain my metabolism back or build my maintenance up, I'm having condiments. I'm having mayonnaise. I'm having, barbecue sauce on my chicken. I don't care, and I'm eating a ton more. So those are the sides, that you really can look at and see based on what you desire and what you like and whether you want to manage more or manage less, which program